weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Mahomes going to throw. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this 1st quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, you're almost in field goal position.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 45.
Right, 97. 6, 7. Going to be rail. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
22 middle. Row, 52. Yellow, line.
A 1st carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cluster, 6. Yellow.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Shot 17. Claude Ray. Set.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Niners at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party.
Okay, ready?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
3. Clock 10. Light blue. Red, yellow. Set.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Triple 38. Black shot.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers will take over here as
as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw, it's Lance. Running his slant, and he finds Mitchell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Strike. Check strike. Ready?
On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now for what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
#1 rush defense in the league for a reason. And after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Black one. Set.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They got 29 yards that time. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Butker's kick here is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Strike, white, red, cycle.
Now Lance going to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and packed it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Room here to run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Deion Bush with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half.
But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Ready, play. 52 blaster.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here's Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Drake Jackson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes just...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A gain there of 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Rolling to his right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
The end result, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Drake Jackson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now he'll throw deep left side.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Red 52. Yellow, blue.
And Lance now to throw. Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal.
Davis Price going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trey Lance,
his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 10. Skirts by him at the 35. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
17. Slide through.
Now Lance again. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Right. Red cycle.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance, left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Black Ultra. Blue striker.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they will take a knee here. Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. And they take a knee.